Oh, hopefully I'm actually live right now because yesterday there was like a black screen for forever before it actually went live. Um, I think that's StreamYard's way of trying to get you to pay. you know, some underhanded ways to get people to pay for the service, but not yet. What up, C's? Hold on, let me put this in here. But yeah, I had like a whole minute of a black screen on the stream yesterday. I'm like, okay. Oh, let me do that too. C's, let me just say this right now. I don't know if you're gonna come in, but if you don't, I'm gonna just say this right now, dog. You're throwing. You're throwing, dog. Not you text me at 3 in the morning, dog. Like, what are you doing, dog? What are you doing? On a Tuesday? Not 3 in the morning on a Tuesday. How? Cuz, dog, I just said. That's throwing, dog. No, dog. You should be able to sleep if you're in love. If you're in love, you should be able to sleep, dog. I don't approve. I was like, let me not even say this in the group chat. Let me just let him live a little bit. But dog, that's throwing. I'm sorry. What are you gonna do though? 2 days. I'm nervous. Oh my god. Caesar, you can't. Let me just say this right now, dog. Nobody's in here. Nobody's gonna watch this. I'm gonna say this very clearly, okay? You can't be nervous. Dog, I'm not even gonna say it on here. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna do it, yo, because it sounds crazy. Let me just not do it, yo. Yes, I'm not. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm not gonna do it. These dudes. Yes, yes, yep. Not when it's way down there. Not when it's that not when it's that way. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good. You know what I'm saying? Not when today is 12/12/2023. So if you take the 12 and you turn those numbers, not when it's when you switch the numbers 12. But anyway, I don't know. It's funny because on the StreamYard, on the StreamYard chat, like I guess you're putting these emojis in the chat, and it just says face turquoise covering eyes, body green covering eyes. It's just hilarious. But yeah, it's StreamYard is. I mean, probably if you pay for it, it's better, but it's whatever. What was I gonna say? Oh, what we talk about today on Shadowbammed. Two topics. Well, before I get into the Champions League preview, because that is important, there's another thing I just saw that I like kind of want to talk about, but I'm like, maybe tomorrow or maybe Thursday I'll talk about that. But I'll tweet it so everybody know it was really good. But I don't know if you've seen this, Caesar, but one of the club presidents of let me pull it up actually. One of the club, I'm saying pull it up like I'm gonna pull it up on the screen. I am not. The president of the club, Ankaragcu. I don't know. I'm really bad with Turkish. Farouk Kosha, something like that. He's the president of a Turkish club. There was a match yesterday, and after the match, he ran on the field and punched one of the refs in the face. Now, when I seen the video, I was like, oh, damn, he really rushed him. I didn't really think he connected like that. But then they showed the ref's eye, and it was big. I was like, oh, damn, he really got him. I was really tripping. I'd play for him. Nah, I don't need no president like that. Like, you're crazy, dog. So he ran on the pitch after the match. I guess his team conceded a goal in like the really, really late in the match, and he was mad about it. He ran on the field after the match, punched dude in the face. The ref's eye is bulging. And Turkish football, they've suspended the league. Literally suspended the league. Now, I don't think they have any matches from like yesterday till like Friday, probably. Let me look, actually. Let me look. I don't be paying attention to Turkish league like that. But I'm wondering, I'm like, damn, are they gonna really like not play matches? Like, let's see. Okay, so like as of right now, like every single match is postponed. I don't know when these matches were supposed to be, but I'm feeling like they were going to be on the weekend because it's Champions League week. Yeah, so I don't know if they're going to like actually not play matches this weekend over this. I feel like that's a little bit rash. But the question is like, what do you do? Like, how do you punish a team because their president punched a ref? Like, what do you do? Like, do you deduct points from the team? Like, I feel like then you're punishing the players. Do you fine him? Maybe you fine him. But what if you fine him and then like they're broke now and they get relegated or something? I don't know. But Caesar, don't be putting racism in here. How do I delete this? How do I delete this comment? Okay, well, it only says put user in timeout or ban user and delete their comments. I'm not going to do that, but don't be putting racism in here. I can't delete this comment. Can I? I could pin it. Yeah, I feel like don't let them show up for any games. But even with that, it's like, how do you even like do it? Like, how do you even like do that? Because like, you can have somebody like policing the stadium so he doesn't come in. I don't know, but that's crazy. Like, it's really disgraceful. Like, all jokes aside, that's disgraceful. Like, my thing when it comes to refs, see here, I'm not pinning that. My thing when it comes to refereeing decisions, this is why I can't take coaches or players or presidents serious about them complaining about refs. I cannot take players, coaches, or team presidents serious when they complain about referee decisions. Why? Because they never say anything when it's in their favor. Like, if you went out, like if you got a call in your favor and you were like, yeah, I don't think that was the right call, but you know, it is what it is. Then I can hear you talk about when it's against you. But if you're never going to be like, well, yeah, we got some calls, I don't think we're real either. Like, come on, because it's just gonna even out basically. Unless you're Barca and you're paying the refs allegedly, you're gonna get some calls and they're gonna get some calls. Like, that's just how it goes. Most of them are gonna be accurate though, or as DJ Khaled says, accurate. So yeah, I'm just like, why are you over here punching the ref? You didn't punch the ref when it went for you, or some other team didn't punch the ref when it was a call for you. So you gotta chill, homie. But we'll see what happens with that. I don't watch Turkish football, but I'm not like against it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen some good football actually in Turkey. I just don't like pay attention like that. But anyway, what I say? Today's Tuesday, so I think Thursday I want to talk about this article that I saw. Rude Gullet is talking about how black managers don't be getting chances, and like all the white coaches be getting chances, and he name dropped. So, but I don't want to talk about that today because we're going to talk about Champions League. We got some matches today. Like the matches today. Yeah, honestly, yeah, I think it's good for Turkish teams to be successful too. Like the league, they have good players. Like the Turkish team is kind of rough the past few years, but like there's good football in Turkey. They're just not getting like the best players. I feel like I don't know, like I've never been to Turkey, like I don't know what it's like to live there like that. But I think Balotelli had the goal of the year in Turkey. But anyway, Champions League today, it's lit. I mean, let me be honest, today's matches are not that lit. We got the early matches, Lens versus Sevilla, which I'm gonna watch that. I need Lens to win. I would like for them to win. Yeah, okay. They have good players, decent money, and a big fan base. They love the sport. It's not forced there. Yeah, it's not forced there like it is here. Should I shout out Columbus Crew for winning MLS Cup? That's I can't even believe I'm seeing Darlington Nagby hype. I'm just like, still like he's still around. Like goddamn. Even though I liked him as a player, I thought he was good, but it's like damn dog. Like go play somewhere else. Um, what's the name? But we got Champions League today. I do want to. I do care about Lens Sevilla, but basically, like all the matches are boring up until you get to Man U versus Bayern. This is the one, Man U versus Bayern. Um, let's look at the standings. Man U is currently sitting bottom of their group. Calling the greatest American of all time. Oh, that's insane. Somebody calling Darlington Nagby the greatest American player of all time. Fool is literally from Liberia, and also like stop it. I would take Lee Nguyen every day over Darlington Nagby. Like even as a CDM, put Lee at CDM. I don't care. Yeah, no, I'm not a like. He's good. Like he was good in MLS, like for sure, but it ain't that serious. But what's the name? Caesar, you know how it is, dog. Like the black Twitter people are just gonna who's the black person? Let me just focus on them. Uh should I do an episode talking about Steve McNair's death? I want to do a Shadowbammed about the death of Steve McNair. I think I'm gonna do that one day. I think I'm gonna let Caesar decide. Tennis Fool died in 2009. Yeah, I think I should do that one these days. A whole episode about the death of Steve McNair. Damn dog. He said in the show, "I'm done with you, Caesar." Oh my god. Is Shorty? I think she killed herself, right? Yeah. Okay. Damn, I wish she stayed alive. uh, okay, Caesar. I don't know if you've seen on Twitter one of the wildest sports center mornings ever. Caesar, I don't know if you've seen on Twitter me and what's his name, a Yogi dude, but he had put like a Frank Wycheck died. And I was like, I blame Steve McNair for leading him into that coverage all the time. I'm like, he was getting this fool destroyed every game. And he was like, nah, you got to relax on Steve McNair. Are you a Steve McNair fan? That fool sucked. Like, he won MVP one year. I think it was affirmative action, but like, I'm like, Steve McNair wasn't good for real, dude. Like, he was putting up some numbers every once in a while, but like, were you like a Steve McNair fan, really? But I think he's just like, oh, like because he's black. But literally, like, I haven't seen like how Frank Wycheck died. Let me see that. I'm sure the show was CTE. Caesar, you remember, dog? He was literally throwing Frank Wycheck into coverage all the time. let me see. Let me see what is um. Damn Caesar. I'm blaming Steve. I'm blaming Steve. You know how he died? He fell and hit his head. Dog. Either Didi was there or it was just like he was dizzy because Steve McNair used to be throwing him into coverage all the time. I'm literally supposed to be talking about Champions League. Now we're talking about Steve McNair and Frank Wycheck. But literally, Caesar, you know he had major CTE. He was getting destroyed every single game, getting thrown into coverage. The problem was he was so big. And so he just like looks like he absorbing the hits. Like, no, dog, you're literally guilty. But anyway, I think I'm gonna do an episode about Steve McNair. I think I'm gonna do that. I feel like there's got to be like some in-depth article or like a documentary. Um, yeah, definitely put Didi in there. See what's good. Because this fool Steve McNair, yo, that shit is off the yowzer bubs. And he was dead married at the time. Right? Oh my God, yo. Off the chain. Dog, you know, if Steve McNair died now like that, oh God, it'd be so lit. He died in 2009. Like social media wasn't really lit like that. Dog, if he died now, oh my God, it would be too lit. How you gonna get killed by a 20-year-old? That might happen to you. Shit. Don't let me be rich. I make an insane documentary on Steve. You feel me? Boy. No, not even a documentary. Just like do a whole dramatization of it. Just like have somebody play it. Like you could play Steve McNair and get like Asha to play the girl. That'll be great. That'd be great. I almost said something crazy right now. Let me chill. Let me chill. Um. Anyway, let me get back to Champions League. Bayern is playing Man U today. Are they playing in Germany? Hold on. Are they playing in Manchester? Wait a minute. Okay. They're playing in England. I guess that's one thing in their favor. You're insane to the goddamn show. It's your fault, dog. So, Man U currently sitting at the bottom of the table on 4 points. Copenhagen and Galatasaray are both sitting on 5 points. Now, Copenhagen and Galatasaray are playing each other today. If either of them win, they're like if either of them win against each other, then Man U cannot advance to the knockout stages of Champions League. If Man U win today and one of them win, they can go into Europa League. But what's probably going to happen is Man U's going to lose, and then they're out of Champions League, like no matter what. And that's embarrassing. And I feel like, you know what? Let me see. Okay, so they're going to probably lose today. Let me see who they're playing this weekend in EPL. Because are they going to lose 3? Oh, they're playing Liverpool this weekend on Sunday. Unfortunately, it's at 8:30 in the morning, which isn't too bad, but Jesus Christ. Dog. Man U's about to lose 3 matches in a row, most likely. Like they're going to lose. They lost to Bournemouth. They're going to lose to Bayern. They're going to lose to Liverpool probably. You know what? Let me see what's the next match after that. Okay, West Ham girls. Okay. They could probably win that, but maybe not. If they lose 4 matches in a row, I feel like you got to fire Ten Hag. Like, at what point do you fire him? I don't think you got to fire him for losing to Bayern or Liverpool. Like, you don't have to, but like, not advancing in Champions League and you literally had Copenhagen and Galatasaray. Like, come on, dude. They actually laid it up for you. They gave you a Danish team and a Turkish team. Like, that's a layup, dude. It's not as much of a layup as Arsenal. You know what I'm saying? It's not as much of a layup as Barcelona got, because goddamn. And they still could end up not even being top of the group. But I'm just like, dog, like, you got a layup. Ten Hag is finished. All this drama he caused for nothing. At least win. I mean, honestly, like, if you're gonna be the dude who's like, I'm getting rid of Ronaldo and I don't care what he says about me, and like, I'm gonna get rid of Jaden Sancho, like, I don't care. Like, I'm not gonna let him talk about me in the media. Like, literally your ego. Yeah, you gotta win. You gotta win matches, dude. And last season it was like, okay, like they won the Carabao Cup and they like finished fourth or something like that. So you're in Champions League, whatever. But it's like you gotta improve from there. Like right now you're sitting in what place? 11th? 6th. You're sitting in 6th place. You're 3 points behind 5th. You're 6 behind 4th. 4th is Man City. They're probably gonna win the league. Like, you're doing bad, yo. What's their goal differential? Oh my god. These fools' goal differential is -3. Oh my god. That's embarrassing, dude. That's embarrassing, yo. Come on now. Their goal differential is -3? Are you telling me they only scored 18 goals? Oh my god. That's crazy. Man U's only scored 18 goals so far. Newcastle, okay, Tottenham is one above them. Newcastle's one behind them. They both scored 33. West Ham scored 26. Fulham scored 26. Brentford scored 23. Wolves have scored 21. Oh my God. Everton, that would be Man U easy. Everton has scored 20. Luton Town has scored 17. Nottingham Forest has scored 17. This is embarrassing. This is hella embarrassing. The only teams that have scored less goals than them is Crystal Palace, Nottingham Forest, Luton Town, Burnley, and Sheffield United. That's crazy. How the hell they only scored 18 goals? They're really bad. I didn't realize they were this bad. Yeah, Ten Hag, dog. Honestly, you're cooked, homie. Probably. Now yeah, dog. Luton Town has one less goal than them, and they play like in the projects. No, like Luton Town literally has like you got to put hot water into a tub in like a metal joint from like the 1800s. Now, what could also happen today is Man U beats Bayern. And Man U could beat Bayern today and end up with 7 points. But if Galatasaray or Copenhagen win, they'll have 8. But Galatasaray and Copenhagen could draw, and Man U could win, and then they would advance. And I feel like anybody they play, they're gonna lose to. But yeah, it's really bad right now for Man U. Let me see how the other EPL teams are doing in Champions League. Arsenal's top of the group. They're going to stay there. Okay, Newcastle. Okay, City's top of their group. I mean, honestly, EPL ain't even doing that great in Champions League, to be honest with you, dog. It's going to be crazy today. What's the other matches today? I feel like none of them are really that good. I know Real Madrid's playing Union Berlin. Union Berlin fell off hard. Yeah, I feel like there's not really that many consequential matches. The other matches tomorrow have a bit more consequence. Obviously, Dortmund, PSG, and Newcastle, Milan. That's kind of like the ones that are like matter. We'll preview those tomorrow, but I'll just say right now, I do think PSG is going to beat BVB in Germany. And I think that Newcastle's going to beat Milan. Let's see what will happen if that's the case. If Newcastle beats Milan, then they'll be in Europa League. If PSG beats Dortmund. If Dortmund beats PSG and Newcastle beats Milan, PSG will be in Europa League. Yeah, honestly, I don't like. I've always liked Bonucci. I've always thought Bonucci was a good player. Um, I feel like what Union Berlin didn't do. You got to strengthen the midfield, dude. Like you got to strengthen your midfield. Like getting an old center back, like that's cute, but like strengthen your midfield, dude. I just don't understand. There's so many. Well, there's not going to be a whole lot of players that want to go play for Union Berlin, but like, you know, try to get some young French midfielder, dude. Just try it. And actually, no, yeah, they're playing in Champions League, dude. Like, yeah, no, Bonucci ain't like that no more. He's not this guy anymore. Which I always like. What is this a direct? What is this? What is that about? Are you telling somebody something? Are you directing them? Are you like, no, not here, here? I wonder. What do you think? It's almost like somebody saying where, and you're like, um, what was I gonna say? Yeah, we'll preview the matches tomorrow on the Wednesday Shadowbammed. Oh no, right? I don't know. When you're like, because sometimes you ask, and they'll tell you, and it looked like, oh, TT, TT is like just. It was interesting. There's a dude. I'm not. You don't know. Anyway, yeah, the Umtiti, but I feel like the Umtiti was just like very African. It's just like really African. I'm gonna just say it anyway. There's a dude. No, I'm not. There's a dude online. His name is Famous Richard. He's from Chicago. You probably seen him actually. He's the one that be going up to the cops and then going up to the cops in New York and being like, "Is that your pipe on King David?" That guy, he be doing some dance like that where he'd be like going like that. So I feel like maybe that's just like an African, like maybe like that dance is in our blood because he be doing that dance too. And he got some song that be like, "I'm not your baby daddy, I'm not your baby daddy." Okay, this is too black for Caesar. So he was like, okay, you got to end it for real. But anyway, Shadowbammed. You know what I'm saying? 30-minute episode, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? We had one person in the chat. He definitely been to Hamburger Mary's and TT. Who's he playing for right now? Oh, he's playing for Lille right now. TT's playing for Lille right now. Dog, I just remember when Umtiti literally was like one of the best center backs in the world, and then he went to Barca and started playing with Messi, and it's just like he's like, "What's the point anymore? What's my life?" I felt so sorry for the dude. I'm like, "Damn, you were so good." Then you started playing with Messi, and he started playing at Barcelona. And he's probably at practice. Like, how come Messi don't have to do nothing? Like, what the hell's going on here? He's young too, I think. He's only 30. Literally, Barca destroyed him. I feel like he was literally like, yo, dog, like, how come this fool don't have to do nothing, yo? How come he won't even talk to me? I know a little Spanish. I'm not your baby daddy. Uh, yeah, he was good like the first season or the first two seasons. He was so much better than PK. You know, they probably conspired against him. Like, oh, like they're like, damn, he's better than PK. We got to do something. Probably injured him in practice. She was racist, yo. PK, one of the worst athletes ever in professional sports. But anyway, tomorrow's Wednesday. Tomorrow we will preview Champions League Wednesday matches. We will preview the Steve McNair death documentary. No, PK. I mean, Umtiti was not part of the treble, dog. No, he was way after that. I think he came there like 2019 or something like that. He was there when they started sucking, dog. Well, I don't say they started sucking, but they started like being trash in Champions League. But it wasn't like they started with him; it was before him too. But yeah. Tomorrow we'll talk about Champions League and maybe something else. I feel like Thursday. Well, I don't know because Thursday we'll probably talk about what happened in Champions League too. I'm not your baby daddy. So maybe I'll talk about the Rouge Gullet black coaches thing tomorrow. Because I'm probably gonna talk about Bayern beating Man U. All right, we'll see. Maybe next week Monday we'll talk about that. Anyway, Shadowbammed, the big Shadowbammed. Caesar ain't helping putting racism in the chat. We have one person today that's better than yesterday. That's a whole 100% more than yesterday. You feel me? So we doing good. You know, we've had 3 people in here before, though. Don't play with me. R.I.P. Frank Wycheck, big tight end, you know, big baller. Remember when they did that that kickoff and he threw that ball back and they were trying to say like he threw that ball back to somebody. That was a big play. You remember that? This fool literally died. He's probably a Republican, but I'm not your baby daddy. Why don't they have his stats? Damn. He only played 10 years? NFL sucks, dog. 3-time Pro Bowler, though. Okay. Well, he's donating his brain. Oh, wait. Okay, wait. So, wait, before you go, oh, Alex, keep missing these. Alex, I usually go live around like between like 8:05 and like 8:15 generally. What's the name? Frank Wycheck did donate. He did say in 2017 that he's certain that he has CTE. And I'm reading this quote. He said, "I'm certain I have CTE, and it's that black ass Steve McNair's fault." No, I'm joking. But yeah, anyway, Shadowbammed episode was it episode 9? Yeah, episode 9. I will see y'all tomorrow morning. Stay black. No, that's not true, Alex. I talked more than 2 minutes of soccer. That's not true. But it was not that much more than that. Holla.